Hello, Tiernorts, and welcome to this daily market commentary for Wednesday, the 24th of July, 2019. Going to keep this one short because it was not the most exciting of days, but at least it is Wednesday, it is hump day, and we are halfway through the week. Yesterday was dominated by a strong dollar and political events in the UK, while crypto took a vacation day. However, today saw an early decline in crypto across the board, as Bitcoin rather suddenly dropped through the 10,000 level down to just below 9,600. ETH also dropped, hitting a low of just under 201. We then squeezed back higher, back up to around 10,000, and ETH up to around about 215, before dropping back down again, with Bitcoin back down to 9,600, and ETH faring a little better, actually holding above the $210 level. All in all, a fairly subdued day for crypto. Not much in the way of market moving headlines. Just a market that's struggling to make any headway on the top side after the recent sell-offs from our highs. Onto FX, and fair to say, really a day dominated by sterling volatility. The market was really happy to bounce around in roughly about 100-point range, somewhere between 124.26 and 125.22, as traders digested the implications of Boris Johnson being elected the new leader of the Conservative Party, and obviously taking on immediately the role of Prime Minister as timetable for Brexit. A lot of changes in the UK cabinet. Probably the most important one was Philip Hammond resigning as Chancellor of the Exchequer, which was largely expected, but there were numerous resignations from the existing cabinet, and obviously being replaced very quickly by Boris Johnson's own people. Didn't really have a lot of effect on the market overall, but I think the market's really waiting to see what Mr. Johnson does here. As far as Brexit is concerned, he has effectively promised a deal to facilitate Brexit within 99 days. October the 31st is his deadline. So we'll watch very closely for that. Elsewhere, Aussie dollar broke key support at 70 cents, and euro dollar traded down to a low of 111.27, just shy of key support near a 111.10. US stocks were open lower to start the day, led by a 150-point drop in the Dow Jones, as both Boeing and Caterpillar announced far worse results for Q2 than to be expected, which took dollar yen briefly down to 108 before closing near 108.20. However, the S&P and Nasdaq spend much of the day in positive territory and make new record high closes. Now the attention turns to Thursday's ECB meeting and potentially a surprise cut in rates. None is expected, but after today's softer than expected manufacturing PMI, it could possibly spark a surprise. And whilst we're talking about euro, I'm just going to take a quick look at a euro sterling chart. Probably another cross I haven't mentioned too much in my commentaries. A little like I mentioned yesterday about euro Swiss, but certainly one which the market pays a fair amount of attention to. As you can see from this 2-hour chart, going back to the beginning of May, we've had quite a euphoric rise from just below 85 up to a recent high, last week really, up to a high of 95. And as you can see, we've come down today to tested support at 89.09, and then we have a couple of different levels of support coming in here, probably more major support 88.73, and then again at 88 the figure. Given the speed of the move up, you can see it was a little over 2 months, and now a lot of focus on the ECB possibly cutting rates, engaging in more quantitative easing, and obviously a central bank meeting there tomorrow. It does rather make the downside look a little bit vulnerable, so that's why I've just sort of highlighted a couple of key areas of support, as I know quite a number of you actually do like to trade euro sterling, so something to look at there. And that's probably about it for me for today. I hope you're all having a successful week, and I look forward to speaking with you tomorrow. Cheers.